Hey everybody, welcome to One and a Half Gaysians, starring me, Allan. I forgot what I was going to say, that's why I said that.
I like that.
Our producer, one of our producers likes it.
Is this A Star Is Born? Because this show is now starring you, and I am
I
just
have no idea
More like
why.
sent to the
Star is
back.
Boring.
Woo! The shade of it all.
So,
Let's move this back.
who are you?
Oh shit! Who am I? I am Derrick, Vicky, Christina, Barcelona. Did we even say what the name of the podcast is?
Yeah, this is One and a Half Gaysians.
I actually don't think we actually mentioned it.
Oh my god, we just started and we're already in this.
Okay.
So, Derrick just came back from Mexico with some fun adventures he was telling me about on Grindr.
Oh wow.
With people wondering what his...
Oh my god. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for remembering that.
That's why we're sort of skipping a week. He just got back, I think.
I did.
So yeah, tell us what happened.
Well, first of all, Mexico is a beautiful...
Puerto Vallarta, right?
Puerto Vallarta specifically.
So if you're not in Canada, if you're not in Toronto, sorry to interrupt.
It's okay.
But Puerto Vallarta is basically what Fire Island is to New Yorkers in the winter.
Oh my god, that's
for all
very
these
good...
Toronto people.
Yeah, that's a very good way to
literally half of Toronto gays
yeah.
escape to Mexico for February. Some of them even spend a month there.
Yeah.
Did you go for your STD test yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
So anyway, tell us what happened.
Jesus. But I wanted to continue on your point because what you said is so true that it is the Fire Island in Mexico, because literally you go any time in February and you could throw a drink and it'll hit a Canadian at any time in February. So I just went there. I went there by myself. However, I had a fabulous friend who was very sweet enough to host me there, whose name Tainomi Banks.
Toronto drag queen.
Toronto drag legend. So she was kind enough to host me. She goes for 2 months and performs in their gay resort called Blue Chairs. So
it
was very sweet. Blue Chairs. And then it was funny because I ended up...
Not sponsored, but we'd love it.
Not sponsored, but fly us down. But I made a bunch of new Toronto friends. It was so random. It was all gay guys that I had kind of seen around and never had any reason to talk to them, which sounds like a read, but it's not a read. It's not a read. But you just end up hey, you're I've seen you, and then it was a lot of I've seen you around and whatever. And then you just end up hanging out for a week, and it was a fun.
Do you think it's because it's not Toronto, so then all the gays that normally wouldn't talk to you will talk to you because they're kind of stuck there?
Well, I think it's I think that's a part of it. I also think it's in when you're hanging out in the gay scene in any city, if you're born and raised there and whatever, there's always going to be that level of wall because we're all sort of everyone's there to look hot. Who do I fuck? Who do I hate? It's all gay drama. But when you're on vacation and nobody else is around, I think that we're a little more loose. So we're just hey, you're literally...
You're
these
also
are guys,
drunk on
we're also drunk, but it's also... I'm meeting these guys in my fucking bathing suit, practically naked, and it's just hey, random dude from... So it's you the walls, there are no walls because there's not even clothes. The story that we were talking about earlier that you alluded to was the Grindr story, which I thought was super funny. But I started chatting with some guy, and I sent him pictures from earlier this year. They were probably from last year. And because I was on vacation, obviously, I had taken some photos while I was there. Obviously, being in the Mexico sun for multiple days on end, I was J-Lo,
that's why.
golden, right? I was J-Lo golden. And then I sent him those pictures along with the pictures from last year. And the pictures from last year, I think they were from the winter time. And just the way because I'm mixed.
Yeah, you are pretty tanned, actually.
I am so tanned in the summer, and in the winter, I'm really pale. That's just how my skin works.
It.
Yeah. So thank you, by the way. But anyways, he was like, I don't understand why guys who are sorry, he asked me where I was from, and then I told him I was told him I was from Canada, and then he asked for my background, and then I explained that I was Filipino and Portuguese, and then he was like, I don't understand why guys filter their photos to make themselves look more white when they're not.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, what? So the photos, because in the winter I'm really pale, the photos from the winter, he thought I had edited to look less tanned when I sent him photos when I was on fucking vacation getting tanned, and then he tried to color come for me.
What happened after?
He blocked me. I called him out.
Oh god.
I called him out. I was just like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm not trying to filter my photos, and you're saying some really problematic stuff.
Yeah.
Like about you're kind of. I think I said you're kind of like, why are you racializing this? I don't understand. I'm not trying to lighten my skin. Like that was
Plus,
from
like,
winter.
you wouldn't be stupid enough to like send 2 different shades of color.
I was
Like, purposely.
They were from 2 different periods of the year, and I look different colors at different.
So
We all are more tan in the summer than we are in the winter.
So are you trying to say that you send out old photos of you on purpose, so then when people come and knock on your door, they're like,
Who's that?
"This is you from like 10 years ago."
You're hot.
Other than that, was the vacation fun? Was it a good getaway?
Yeah, it was perfect. As I kept saying, I needed a break from my life, and that's the only way to describe a vacation is like all of your stuff back home goes on pause for a week, and you just get to numb out.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good. I feel recharged, and I'm ready for spring, and we have a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I've been noticing a lot of Asian-centric stuff as I've been watching.
Oh shit! Do you have a Asian thirst trap this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So mine is Vincent Rodrigues III.
Oof.
For anyone who doesn't know who that is, he plays Josh Chan on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Oh, he's hot.
He is, and the great thing about him is that, or on the show, is that he is Filipino, and he portrays a Filipino, and I think it's the first Filipino/Asian romantic lead,
Interesting.
as far as I know, on a TV show, on a major TV show.
I would assume.
And they're unapologetically like, he is hot. They've shown him in like his underwear twice. And the cool thing is he's actually gay in real life.
Yeah. He's hot. I should fuck him.
Well,
No?
can
we put that out into the I'm putting
Josh,
that
Vincent, I might be seeing you in May.
I'm putting that out into the universe.
If you listen to this, I might be seeing you in May in New York if you are there at the Crazy. Oh, and the great thing is he's like Broadway. He can sing.
That's
He
hot.
can.
That's a good one.
He can dance. I just actually read 5 minutes before you came over. He's starring in Insatiable season 2.
Really?
In the Netflix show.
Cool. I really like that show. I think it got a bad rap because of
Problematic.
I think it got a bad rap, but actually it's the most cheeky. It's very like Desperate Housewives.
Oh yeah, you have to really be in on a joke.
Yeah, and it's almost like maybe if we rewatch Desperate Housewives in 2019, it would also be equally problematic.
There's so many. Oh, I'm not gonna get into it now, but there's so
Yeah.
many shows that are problematic, right?
Yeah. I want to throw out my Asian thirst trap
And who's that?
because it is an oldie and it is a goodie. So I randomly, as I got home last night, I was watching YouTube, and there was a trailer for this new movie called. Have you ever heard of IP Man?
Ip Man? Yeah.
Ip Man? See? Exactly. I don't even know. Is it Ip Man? Is it IP Man?
I think it's Ip Man. I don't know why it would be IP Man.
I don't know either. That's a good question.
Anyways, yeah.
So there's this really famous series called Ip Man or IP Man that's based on, I think it was this guy who trained Bruce Lee.
Okay.
I think that's the whole, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm being a really terrible Asian, but it's an action movie series based on this guy who, who trained Bruce Lee and whatever. He's a famous fighter. Anyway, so they've created a spin-off series this is a long, really way to get there, but in this new spin-off series, the fucking female lead, it's fucking Michelle Yeoh back in a fucking kung fu action movie, but she's like dressed in I think it's almost a period piece that's in like the 50s or 60s. So she's like super glamorous hair, rich lady realness.
Wait,
and
your Asian thirst trap is Michelle Yeoh?
it's fucking of course it's fucking Michelle Yeoh.
I thought we were just doing like men.
No, why?
Oh, okay. This changes everything
Wow, that's pretty.
then. No, but because okay, this is where I was. The reason I'm asking that is because I thought it was we're trying to defeat the whole sexless Asian male thing going on in Hollywood, right?
Wow, that's really presumptuous of you, Alan.
I thought that's what we were trying to do.
not what we're
Okay,
doing.
we didn't discuss this.
Oh shit!
first.
Guys, we should have planned this. I apologize.
No.
We should have planned this.
But okay, wait. Okay, no. So go on. What were you?
So anyway, so it's just remember how much we loved Michelle Yeoh
Yeah.
in Crazy Rich Asians being in her rich, fabulous lady outfits. So imagine that, but she's swinging a fucking broadsword and trying to fucking cut some fucking
Hold on.
guy's face.
So speaking of me thinking we were just talking about Asian male thirst traps.
Yeah.
The topic I want to talk about today was the desexualization of Asian males on screen in Hollywood in
Holy
movies.
shit!
It's not a heavy topic. It is a heavy
Whoa!
topic.
This got. I was
But-
not expecting this.
This is why I chose Vincent Rodriguez.
Okay.
Because this is the first time, I swear to God, I think it is, the first time where the male lead is Asian.
Besides
And they're unapologetic
Crazy
about
Rich
it.
Asians.
No, well, Crazy Ex-Girlfriend came before.
No, for sure.
But in a movie that stars like mostly white people,
Mm-hmm.
white actors, the male lead, the male love interest is Asian,
Did Carrie
And-
ever date were there any Asians
Nope.
on Sex and the City?
like Lucy Liu. And that's what I loved about The Exorcist, because they made John Cho a sexual person.
Wasn't he a priest?
No, he's in the second season. He's a foster parent,
Okay.
but they made him a sexual person. And which goes to my next show. You haven't seen the show The Other Two?
No.
So it's this new show about this loser brother and sister.
Okay.
They're in their like late 20s, early 30s. One is a struggling actor. The other, she's like whatever. And their little brother becomes Justin Bieber big.
Oh, I heard of this.
So
Is
they're
it funny?
It's so funny.
Who's in it?
It's like unknowns.
Okay.
Molly Shannon is like the mom,
Okay.
but it's so fucking funny. So one episode that they just had, the little brother does the whole "I'm gonna take a girl to prom." The older brother is gay,
Okay.
so the older brother is gay, and in that episode, there's a teacher who's Asian, and they get together, and I'm like, oh my god. Not only is it like an Asian love interest, but it's a gay Asian love interest.
Yeah.
I've never seen this.
I live.
Did they have like gay Asian love interests in Will and Grace? Because I know they didn't have that in Queer as Folk.
Oh.
I love that they're making Asians leads now. Henry Golding was, I think, what's the movie that Serena, what's her name?
A simple.
A Simple Favor.
Yeah.
He was the male lead in that. I haven't seen it, but I want to see that. And they're already, since Henry Golding was like at the Oscars, they were like, why isn't he the next Bond? Or the next Bond villain?
He's hot. Oh, the one who played the villain in Die Another Day, or no, was it? He was beautiful.
Oh, what's his
That
name?
model?
Oh, I gotta look him up.
Do you know
I
what I'm
love
talking
him, yes.
He's fucking hot.
Oh, I remember him. I was like, and he's a model. What's his name? Die
think he-
Another Day, right?
I think he was in one of Fast and Furious movies too. No.
I
He's a
don't watch
villain?
Fast and Furious.
Excuse you.
Rick Yun.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
that should have
beautiful.
been the Asian thirst trap.
Well, you can make him next time. He still looks good. Get it, Zaddy.
And then I recently read something about the guy who plays Shatterstar in Deadpool 2. He's starring in his own like lead.
He's hot.
He's hot.
He's hot too. They're coming up, boo. They're coming up.
Coming up. So other than that, in the last 2 weeks,
Drag Race.
Drag Race. And I was pleasantly surprised that there were two, not one, Asian contestants.
Correct.
I guess Soju was like the big, what's the word? She was like the big draw, or she was
she a draw?
Not a draw, but Soju was the big Asian star in this season. Because I saw on social media she was getting hyped up.
Yeah.
That's what all I was seeing.
Yeah.
And you let us down.
Ooh!
What did I say in the last episode? That she looked unpolished.
Oof.
And the second she came out,
yeah,
with that fucking, what is it, loofah shit?
Right.
Well, I guess she was trying to do a Korean dress, but I was like, yep, I was right. I was right.
Okay, that's not fair.
Plastique is fucking beautiful.
Plastique is beautiful, but he's
kind of cute as a boy.
Here's the tea, for all you queens out there. I think there are different. Drag has changed so much since the beginning of Drag Race. Like, I think at the beginning of season 1, and this is good because we're hosting a Drag Race trivia, y'all, on March 19th in Toronto. So I've been doing my research, but if you really think about Drag Race in season 1, Drag Race season 1 was like they were taking queens who were bar star performing. Like, drag as that was, it was like you perform or you're in pageants, you're on stage, blah blah blah. But in 2019, there are so many different new, like, there are Instagram drag queens who are just like all they do is their looks on Insta, and there are YouTube drag queens who like are famous on YouTube, and that's what Soju is that she's like a YouTube personality who just happened to love Drag Race and do drag.
But this is where I love being very correct about being social media famous and actually having talent.
Sure.
Because, you know, there's like, the lines between that are like
so
blurry now, right?
Yeah.
So, because like Kylie Jenner is like a self-made billionaire, that means she has to be fucking talented. No. She just knows how to market herself.
Right.
So
she has a good team behind her who understands how to market her.
So in terms of Soju, and I think it was season 10, James Mansfield.
Yeah.
They're YouTube queens. The thing is, they are in control of their narrative and how they're presenting themselves. Are
they performing on?
No, well, they're just doing it. I don't know what James. I think they do like makeup tips. Makeup tutorials.
So how is that like?
Soju does like reviews.
How are they gonna survive in a lip sync
exactly right? Because they're not in control of what they're doing, like of what's being given to them.
Right.
So this is why RuPaul. I mean, I guess it's good TV.
It is.
But this is why. Instagram queens, YouTube queens aren't good for this format because they're not going to win.
No. Although I feel like Aquaria
was Aquaria an Instagram queen?
Aquaria is famous for Instagram. However, if you watch any of her performances, she turns it out like when she's doing drag brunch in New York, and I think she talked about.
But she's famous she's a young one who is famous for her performances in New York, but then she also had a big Instagram following because of her makeup. Okay, so that's two things, but. If all you do is YouTube and you don't really perform outside of it,
I think that's why people were shocked that Trixie won because, because now we're going back.
I don't want to get into it.
Well, I'm gonna go back to
my
it.
conspiracy theories.
I'm gonna go back to it. But if you go back to All Star Season 3, Trixie, you cannot compare Trixie's performance to Kennedy Davenport
or Shangela.
Yeah, Kennedy Davenport was giving you but she was giving you like dance performance.
She was giving you everything that a drag queen should be giving.
Exactly. But then fucking Trixie won because she's the more known name.
Yeah.
So.
No, my conspiracy theory on that was World of Wonder has an investment on Trixie. Because they have she has a show already with them, right? So it's like she has to win. But hey, what the fuck does Shangela have? A Sag card. She got to the Oscars. I just saw her in Broad City. She was on Broad City. So she's not hurting for that crown. Only, I guess, for the validation. But so what did you think of? So Plastique this season doesn't really have a lot of personality yet, but this week's episode was pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't know her background.
She's Vietnamese.
No, I mean
she's a pageant queen.
Oh, she's a pageant queen. I can see that because she's gorgeous.
Yeah, but
gorgeous.
As she said in the episode, she's trying to show that she's just more than looks, which she did.
Because she was hilarious.
But I really hope that she doesn't always go there with the accent.
Yeah.
And when she's trying to be comedic.
Right. Because
Gia
Gunn did
that. I just remember that.
Was
it All Stars?
Yeah.
Oof. That was so painful.
It was, and that's why it's almost like.
But then Manila did it
for sure, and then even when the Black Queens, they go into the
Black vernacular.
Yeah, and they go like extra like Black stereotypical.
That's true. Why don't they get read for that?
Well, we're not. Well, we're reading the chick. Society isn't reading the.
No, but why don't like the black girls get I don't say get in shit, but like, you know, people were saying it was cringy for Gia to be doing that Asian accent, right? Why don't the black queens get? You know what I mean?
This is a deeper topic because I think.
Is it because there's just no? I think it's because there is that systematic racism with Asians, where people love making fun of Asian accents. Meanwhile, Black vernacular is just accepted.
Yeah, and and Black vernacular is more part of pop culture.
Yeah, which is problematic in itself.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But then to your point, like. The Asian accent actually is done in a
very racist tone. Everything's racist. Okay, everything is racist.
Everyone's a little bit racist. Like in Visitor, what is it called? Scott, what's the musical? Avenue Q.
Oh, Avenue Q.
Everyone's a little bit racist.
So from the first two episodes, what are your impressions? So right now, our homegrown Toronto Queen, Brooklyn Heights, I will be shocked, like Valentina shocked, if she gets eliminated. Because I think she's going to be top 3, if not even the winner.
I don't know if she's going to be the winner, but they're definitely, the trajectory is so that she will probably do well. However, I don't think she did super well in the acting challenge.
She did. She was safe.
She was safe, but she also, like, her looks are on point, and I'm excited for when she ends up eventually in the bottom 2. Like, she's gonna turn that performance out. I think that she actually needs to go into the bottom 2 because people need to see what she can do, because that's what she's famous for.
So, do you know her?
No.
Well, we have a friend who went on a date with her, right?
I don't know. I can tell you, like, I don't know. I didn't know Brooklyn when she was in Toronto, because
I didn't know her, but
I've been standing Tainomi Banks since back in the day, and then before that, Safanda and.
Who do you think Brooklyn's gonna do for Snatch Game if she gets there?
That's a good question.
I fucking hope she does do a Canadian Queen, and who are Canadian artists?
That's a good question.
And who is the one Canadian person that I'm shocked no one has done? And they could easily win it.
Right.
Who?
Celine Dion.
Right?
How has nobody done Celine Dion?
It's so fucking easy to do Celine.
But it's
Celine's like basically handing you everything on a plate.
I am giving you all the jokes.
Like, get a rowboat. They've never touched TV. Get a fucking shoe.
She should definitely do Celine Dion. That's a good call.
Like, I'm shocked no one has done it.
How has nobody done it?
Everyone's done the most boring.
They've done
Beyonce.
Lady Gaga. Yeah, they've done Lady Gaga twice, and it was so bad. She's not even funny. Celine Dion is hilarious.
If someone had Lady Gaga now, I think there would be enough material.
Maybe.
I would literally just keep on saying 99 people and only one has the answer or something.
But to your point, like Celine Dion has been hilarious since '94.
I really hope what's her name?
Good call. I don't know if she will. Like, you got to think of what's her face and what's.
She could do Celine. I mean,
she definitely could, but I don't know if she would.
But like, okay, who else would be top 3 right now?
Then who's the other Asian girl? What's her name again?
Plastique.
What's Plastique gonna do?
I don't know if she's gonna. Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking.
I feel like Snatch Game is either in the next episode or the week after.
Like it's usually episode 5 or 6. So we saw like 2 episodes.
I think she's gonna make it to the Snatch Game episode for sure.
So I'm already finding her so fucking annoying, but I get why she's staying.
Silky?
Yeah.
When they dropped that knowledge of her PhD, and I'm just like,
was that real? Like, how do you have a fucking master's in organizational?
Either way, I love when she was just like, my school is my school, and I'm here to get a fucking spin-off. And you're like, you know what?
I do. I was like telling Scott that I'm like, I love that. Yes, there's been queens where they're just there for the exposure.
Yeah.
But I think she's the actual first queen that's like, I'm here to get my spin-off.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever come off here has become successful regardless of the crown.
Yeah, so it doesn't even
I love that narrative where they're exploring like what happens when you get on a reality show, because I don't think they've really done that.
Well, I don't even know. I'm curious to see like what kind of show would she even have if you're combining
she's too much. She's way too much. But yeah, like, I haven't been this excited for maybe because my expectations were so low, because I've been so bored by the last, since season 7 basically.
Right.
I liked season 8.
Season 10 was great.
Season 10 was meh. But like, I haven't been this excited for a season since season 6.
That's because we have a Canadian queen. And...
No, it was even regardless of that. I was like, the second she didn't even show up yet, and I was like, oh, I'm excited for this. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think it's because the game has been pushed so far into, the looks are so high quality in comparison to, I was gonna say, like, if you compare the regular season to the All-Star seasons, they had a way bigger budget with All-Stars.
Oh, like the Queens.
The Queens.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's been exponentially getting higher and higher quality.
Well, this is where someone was like saying they need to stop bringing back eliminated queens.
Right, because they come back with money.
Vanjie, for example, is the best example. Eureka, okay, maybe not. But Vanjie's the best example because she used that to her advantage. What happened last season?
She had a whole year.
Yeah, to get money. Because her outfit for the second episode was like beautiful.
She had a whole year, and because the Vanjie thing blew up, she was making money during season 10 when she wasn't even.
Yeah.
She was in one episode, and they kept name dropping her, and the whole thing blew up. Yeah. So she was making money all through All Stars. So by the time she came, she's like, "I got money," and she's in her confessional. She's hilarious,
and I like that because she got eliminated first. She's showing her vulnerability.
Right. Oof.
She is like she's real because she's basically like the first episode. She was like, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Like, I've been here. And I'm like, oh my God, this humanizes you.
Yeah. She's definitely going to go far.
I hope so.
't I think that's a good place to
finish this.
Yeah.
So Toronto fans, if you are in Toronto, I don't know, I just Derrick and I are hosting another trivia night at the Gladstone at Queen and Gladstone, close to Queen and Dufferin, if you don't know. You can obviously Google it. But we are hosting a RuPaul's Drag Race trivia at the Gladstone.
Yes, honey.
March 19th, Tuesday, March 19th at 7 p.m. We are so excited to do this. Bigger venue.
I'm really excited.
We have all our questions already prepared.
Yeah. And
I actually have so many.
I think we should go over them now. After we're done this, we're going to do that.
Great prizes. For no cover.
Okay,
which
man.
is the best thing of all.
$3.99.
They have great food. They have great drinks. But yeah, come if you can swing it. I don't know. I'm not. Derrick's the marketing guy.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. So till next time, bye.
Bye.